Let me start this conversation by playing a clip of Kendrick Perkins taking a shot at Ja Morant. Sit tight, guys. Let's listen to this, and we'll come back and discuss.
I'm saying I was cool with Ja at one point, but then when Ja started getting in trouble with some of his stuff off the court and shit like that, I had to speak on it. Me and Ja don't really fuck with me no more on that shit. But to be honest, in that type of situation, I don't fuck with Ja. And you know why I fuck with his daddy, but I don't fuck with Ja. You know why I don't fuck with Ja? Because it's like, bro, the reason I'm so mad at you is because ESPN packed up for a week. And when y'all had the city rocking. ESPN ain't never packed up and went down there, spent millions of dollars to go do an all access on y'all in Memphis. They did that for Ja.
I ain't do that for
Bro,
us.
I was the one that was praising Ja. I was the one that said, hey, man, I came out and said, hey, look, we could redo that draft. Ja should have went number one and not Zion. All of a sudden, Disney bosses hearing me out. We go do an all access, bro. We down in Memphis, shining light on you. ESPN don't never do that shit.
For sure.
We're knowing you the next chosen one. And you f up, guess what? Not only do that make you look bad, that make me look bad. Because they recognized you because of me speaking highly of you. It ain't no coincidence that you went from having 3 games on ESPN national television that you had 52.
Hold on, Perk. I'm gonna say you are definitely one of the spokesmen of putting Memphis on.
For sure.
But that guy is must-see TV.
I didn't say
the best shoe in the game right now.
For sure.
My kids get all of them.
Shout out to my boy Ja, man.
Shout out Big Ja Morant.
Now let me tell you Ja Morant's response. He tweeted out, I believe, or posted on social media. You the reason for my notoriety, Perk? ? Come on, dog. You showing them why I don't F with you. I think he's saying I don't F with you with your kind. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Let me do this all over again in a Memphis twang. You the reason for my notoriety, Perk? Come on, dog. You showing them why I don't F with you, your kind. I'm sorry. I keep putting the you in it. Let me do it one more time. Just a last take here. You the reason for my notoriety, Perk? Come on, dog. You showing them why I don't F with your kind. Anyway, Jay Skapanek, do you F with your kind or Perk? What's happening here? Is there more of a backstory that I'm unaware of? This whole thing seems very ghetto fabulous.
Well, Jason, first of all, as always, thanks for having me on. And amazing. Third time was the charm on that take.
Yes,
very well
thank
done.
you.
I thought great execution on that third read. I don't really think there's much backdrop here other than the fact that Kendrick Perkins likes to shoot his fat mouth off often. And for a guy who, look, he's paid to talk at this stage of his career, he could barely piece together or compose one full, grammatically correct sentence. I don't understand why he has to throw in some kind of expletive or like curse word every other word. It's really off-putting, even when you're on a podcast and not, on ESPN. But, in this situation, Jason, it's hard to pick like a good guy or a villain. We kind of have 2 villains, but Perkins, at least as far as I'm concerned, has done the unthinkable. He's made Ja Morant a sympathetic figure here. I'm actually on Team Ja on this one, and I thought that was, again, grammatical inconsistencies aside from his tweet, I thought that was a pretty subdued response for the fact that Perk went absolutely in on him. And it really wasn't fair to Ja. He was on the map already. Jason, you remember he exploded in college. He was second pick overall in his NBA draft. He won Rookie of the Year. He was the 2022 Most Improved Player. He made second team All-NBA that year while scoring 27 points per game and 7 assists a night. Ja Morant, if he could get rid of those idiotic off-the-court things and stay healthy, is a bona fide star. He doesn't need Kendrick Perkins doing anything for his PR.
Well, I give Ja credit. He didn't go guns a-blazing at Kendrick Perkins, and I think we should give him credit for that. Paul, your thoughts here?
Hey guys, thanks for having me back, Jason. Hopefully nobody gets fired. I agree with I agree a lot with what Jay just said. However, you listed out all his credentials on the court, but then you got to the points off the court, and that's the whole reason why ESPN and every outlet in the world stayed outside of 100 miles from the guy. He was toxic. He was imploding, and I do believe Perkins opens his mouth a lot. Part of it is within the framework of his job, but he is a tell it like it all is guy. The 3 games to 52 games on ESPN, I believe there's probably something to that. I believe he might have really spoke highly. Memphis is not this place where you want to go, and you just got to show things. Ja Morant is the antithesis of what the NBA needs to be. And so, and now he's out there saying he doesn't want to be the man. He doesn't want to be the story. You did want that. And then you made yourself the wrong kind of story and you pushed everybody away. So I do believe that there is some truth to what Perkins is saying. But yeah, he put him on attack for some reason. Who knows why he did that and what the real truth is behind it. He probably could have avoided that, but the sympathetic figure, Ja Morant, is not. Cannot be.
I agree with you that this is how, because I know how ESPN operates. And, as it relates to these black athletes, these white liberal executives get a little nervous and they need some black person to co-sign or to green light or, yeah, we should do it. And so Perkins probably did find himself in conversations with mid-level ESPN executives, trying to get them comfortable and vouching for, hey, let's make a big deal. We can build something around Ja Morant, where these ESPNs, they're like, man, this is a volatile character. This is, he's not reliable. If we go too deep, it could blow up in our face. And Perkins probably felt like, no, I stuck my neck out. I used my credibility, and it blew up in Kendrick Perkins' face. And he's slightly embarrassed and feels like his credibility has been harmed. And the lesson from that, and I for the most part, like Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick, stay in your lane. Go on TV and talk about what they asked you to talk about. Throwing around credibility and putting a read on these young athletes and vouching for them, it's not your lane. You're not cynical enough or wise enough to understand. Again, we all want to rationalize all the tats, the hairstyle, all the antics he does on the court, and everybody went, oh, no, he's really a good guy. I know he looks like a thug. I know he presents himself as a thug. I know he presents himself as a knucklehead. But trust me, guys, he's a good guy. It blew up in your face. Don't let the lesson be, don't vouch for any of these young idiots. Go on TV and talk about them. But behind the scenes, just, can't get in trouble for the things you didn't say. Scap?
Yeah, let me just say this. I'm not going to disagree with anything you guys have said about Ja Morant. He is absolutely sabotaging his own career. He was, I alluded to that 2022 season when he was the most improved player and averaged 27-7. He was 7th in league-wide MVP voting that year and finished 2nd team All-NBA. Like, he is just unraveling off the court. He played in only 50-9 games the last 2 seasons before this one because he can't stay healthy now and he's getting suspended because of all of the idiocy off the court. So there's no doubt that Ja Morant hasn't executed a very sound playbook in turning himself into an NBA star. But I think the kid didn't really need Kendrick Perkins or ESPN's assistance to become a household name. He is smaller than me. He weighs less than I do. He's shorter than I am. And he is an absolute highlight reel waiting to happen. This guy is posterizing bigs on a nightly basis dating back to college. So I think he likely would have become a marquee household name had it not been for Kendrick Perkins' assistance. That was really my only point.
Scap, you may have just sparked a bunch of penis envy with those comments you just made. I hope Ja Morant doesn't fire back on you. I'm bigger than him. I'm taller than him. TMI, Scap, TMI.
Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.